So, it looks like that little fox boy is an awfully good archer. Wonder if his name is Robin.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tokyo Tuesdays, the segment in which I head to the Tokyo Disney theme parks to sample and review every last eatery. For our 16th episode, we're headed to Tokyo Disneyland's newest eatery, Camp Woodchuck Kitchen. To get to Camp Woodchuck Kitchen, you're going to head into the World Bazaar. Keep going straight towards the palace until you pop out the other side. Veer to your left and continue around, passing both the Crystal Palace and the Plaza Pavilion restaurants on your left. Cross the wooden bridge into Westernland and continue straight. Head underneath the Western River Railroad tracks and continue on to your left, keeping the rivers of America on your right. Passing the Tom Sawyer Island rafts on your right, Camp Woodchuck Kitchen will then appear on the left. Opening in November of 2016, Camp Woodchuck Kitchen is currently Tokyo Disneyland's newest eatery. The counter itself is located outside with several cash registers, each featuring a different troop's flag. Once you've got your food, you can take it into the main lodge. The lodge has been split up into areas, each focusing on a different aspect of camping, including kite making, flag semaphore, bird watching, badge earning, and the rules and history of the camp. There's also outdoor seating, both on an upstairs balcony and around what appears to be a fire pit.
Alright, so I am at Camp Woodchuck Kitchen, which is a new location at Tokyo Disneyland as far as I know. I'm so sorry. I'm sharing a table with someone, so I'm sorry. Just new place to eat. I got the chicken and maple sandwich, which comes on sort of like a waffle fry bun, which is really neat looking. It comes with fries in the set, and I got the ginger lemonade to drink, and also, a lemon jelly drink and hot ginger lemonade, which sounds great on a cold day like today. So I'm hungry. I'm going to try these things. It's going to end poorly for me, I can tell you that right now. Tasty though. I can't remember which one of the drinks has ginger in it. So far, very tasty, but very sticky too. I'm going to be a sticky mess by the time I'm done with this. Sticky mess. Obviously, there's fried chicken. There's red cabbage. Looks like cucumber. Not sure if that's tomato or bell pepper. It's a tasty sandwich. My sandwich has fallen apart. My sandwich reached that precarious balance of sogginess, at which point it became... Guess how close the train is. At which point it became somewhat inedible. But that's just because I don't like soggy food. That's tasty. Oh, that's good. That is delicious. I don't know which one of these drinks I like more. They're both amazing. They both got a kick to them, too. Fries. Fries. Yeah, that's got a real bite to it. I think that's the ginger. It's delicious. Very hot. Try one of these little beads. They're sticky, like almost gummy. They're less jelly and more gummy, I would say. Intensely. with, see how sticky that is? So, not quite as much of a jelly as you might expect. Still tasty. They stick to the roof of your mouth. I'm hard pressed to say which one of these drinks I like more at the moment. Probably the hot lemonade, just because it's slightly more refreshing. The ginger lemonade really does have a kick to it, but it's delicious, as most things with ginger are. But you can only really take small sips of that because it is so powerful.
Back from camp, time to review the experience. Service. Service was actually a 2 out of 5. Now, I understand that a lot of this is outside of their control, and also that a lot of this will probably be self-correcting as time goes on. But as it stands now, because Camp Woodchuck Kitchen is such a new location in the parks, it was absolutely swarmed when I visited. I stood in line for at least 15 minutes before I even got to order my food, let alone get to the counter to pick it up. There was a group of middle schoolers behind me who did not understand the concept of personal space and kept literally pushing me to try and get me to move forward when there was nowhere for me to go. Once I actually finally received my food, I headed into the lodge and there was nowhere to sit. At all. Anywhere. A number of tables looked open, but then when you actually visited them, they were actually covered with people's bags and jackets because they had claimed a table and then gotten in line for food. I personally feel like this is a bad way of doing things. Like, don't get a table until you have your food. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, not everyone shares it though. So yeah, I had to wait for a table. I found sort of a corner that I could stand out of the flow of traffic and kept my eye on 2 tables that both had parties that they were done eating at. They were just sitting and chatting, which is fine. I know sometimes when you're done eating, you just want to sit and let your food relax and decide what you're going to do next. That's fine. I wasn't trying to pressure anyone out of a table. I wasn't hovering. Like I said, I was standing off to the side, but I was definitely going to get one of these tables when they opened up. Eventually, one of them did, and immediately, both myself and another person who had just entered the room went for the table at the same time. Everyone involved was civil though, and we decided since we were both, single-person parties that we could split the table, so that worked out well. But I can't help but feel that this entire mess wouldn't be an issue if they did the same sort of thing that they did at the Queen of Hearts banquet hall, where they take you to a table to sit after you've ordered your food. So yeah, that was an issue. Also, they didn't warn me about the upsell cost of upgrading to a specialty drink with my meal set. Now, I knew that there was an upsell cost, but maybe other people wouldn't know, so I do feel like they probably should have mentioned it. Small nitpick, I know. But 2 out of 5. Atmosphere. Despite being crazy busy and loud as anything, I have to give the atmosphere a 4 out of 5. The attention to detail here was great. There were masks and kites and sheet music and rooms made up to look like the inside of a tent even though you're on the inside of a building, and flags and badges and team crests and just so much put into this space to make it feel like you were actually at a sleepaway camp devoted to the outdoors. Now, there was one place I found where Camp Woodchuck Kitchen was listed as being Camp Woodchuck Canteen, but I don't think most people are going to notice that, and I don't think that that really detracts from the details that much. So yeah, I still give it a 4 out of 5. Price point. For the price, I have to rate it a 2 out of 5. I ordered the set meal, and while everything was good, outside of the drinks, nothing was really spectacular or filling enough to warrant the price that they were charging for it. So yeah, 2 out of 5. Short and sweet, I know. The food itself. If I was rating based just on the drinks, it would be an easy 4 out of 5. Those drinks, amazing. I also finally figured it out. It's a sparkling lemon jelly and a hot ginger lemonade. And I highly recommend them to anyone if the line's not too long. As for the sandwich, serving it on a waffle is really unique, I think, and it certainly doesn't detract from the flavor at all. Now, I ordered the fried chicken and maple sandwich, which sounds like a kind of strange combination to me, but which was actually quite tasty. Now, the maple syrup came in a little pouch, like how ketchup might in the United States. And this is actually a really good thing, considering how long it took me to get a table to sit and eat at. Once I was at my table, I had to dismantle my sandwich to put the maple syrup on it. And after that, it was quite delicious, but all too soon it got soggy. And I don't like soggy food, so probably the last 4 bites, I couldn't really bring myself to eat it because it was just not what I enjoyed anymore. That's a personal preference, though. The fries were tasty, but nothing special, so based on the food, 3 out of 5. Based on the drinks, 4 out of 5. Between the two, I have to go with a 3 out of 5 because it's a lunch counter, not a drink counter. Overall rating. Overall, this gives the Camp Woodchuck Kitchen an average rating of 2.75 out of 5, which seems a bit low, honestly. Like, I remember being really annoyed while I was waiting in line and waiting for a table, but the atmosphere was so good and the drinks were so amazing that I'm gonna bump it up to the 3, with the recommendation that you try and go during a parade. The lineup. With a 3 out of 5, this ties Camp Woodchuck Kitchen with a whole battery of Tomorrowland eateries. I'm going to slide it under the Space Place food court, but above the Plaza restaurant. Facing a similar lineup on the counter service menu, it's gonna earn 7th place. So that's it for this week. Come back next week if you want to find out where I'll be then. Hint! It's out of this world. Leave a comment or suggestion below. We'd certainly love to hear from you. And give this video a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'd certainly appreciate it. You can find us on social media if that's more your flavor. Links to that in the description box below. Come back on Monday for a little Monday magic, and I will see you next week for another Tokyo Tuesday.